Hello my beautiful and amazing people, badass dogs on agents, Uncle Butcher in the building with shocking setup. Today we're gonna use St. Elmos engine exotic assault rifle in a build that has a legendary name. You shoot, you get armor, and this is true in this build because we have paired up St. Elmos with galvanized talent. If you know how galvanized works, pretty much by applying shock effect we will get bonus armor. Unfortunately you can't really stack armor, but also from other hand you don't have any cooldown also whatsoever. So once your armor has been deleted, you can add it up by applying shock or maybe foam grenade or by using your benchy pulse. So this build will provide us with a ridiculous amount of survivability if you're gonna use properly your setup. DPS also is kinda nice, and not only that, I'm using Vanguard talent as my chess piece go-to talent. It will make our shield immune to damage for a couple seconds, and if you know how both talents works, you know that this build will shine not only in solo but also in team play, because you will give armor with Vanguard talent to your teammates and armor with galvanized talent as well. So this will be a really good support build, but as a solo player on legendary difficulty with multiple directives applied, you have no issues whatsoever, and as usual I'm testing this setup in multiple legendary runs in different rooms against different type of enemies, yada yada yada. But before we continue, quick word from the sponsor Deeming.net. If you don't have enough time, a good teammate, but you still want to have all the best items in your game, then Deeming.net is set for you. They have absolutely amazing team on consoles. They will complete your order super quick. If you will use my promo code RBD for RBD, you will receive 15% discount on absolutely all service. Amazing deal, especially on right now. They have some crazy sales going on, so definitely check these guys out. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate. Drop your comment down below in the comment section or contact the operator, and the rest will be the history. But now let's get back to this legendary build. And like I said, this one is really cool because Vanguard sometimes can come really clutch. For example, if your talent is up, you can use your shield even though it will have maybe a small amount of health left. By proccing Vanguard, you will be for a couple seconds pretty much immune to damage, and it's really important. Sometimes that's all you need to survive the room, or at least stack your St. Elmos engine exotic assault rifle enough to receive shock bullets. Also guys, you have foam grenades and benchy pulls as a last resort. Both of these skills should give you bonus armor. Benchy pulls can be replaced with shock trap, also a nice option. You can use blinder, I guess, but blinder is kind of tricky skill to use. So shock trap, benchy pulls will work really well. Obviously reviver hive and decoy is also nice choices if you think that it will be enough with St. Elmos. For specialization, we will use gunner to get 10% armor back on kill and receive increased rate of fire. Medkit will give us bonus armor, and most importantly we will get foam grenade and benchy pull skill. For the guns, my go-to guns here will be St. Elmos, and this is you shoot, you get armor setup. I really love this series. It's really simple, straightforward. With shock bullets you will activate galvanize and you will get non-stop armor, easy synergy. For second weapon I'm using FAMAS with eyeless talent. After a couple kills I will get eyeless or blind effect on my enemy. Obviously you can use future perfection talent, for example, if you want to proc overcharge, for example, for your shield. That's also a nice synergy. You need like 3-4 kills. I would recommend you, maybe if you want to use future perfection, use mechanical animal named assault rifle as your secondary weapon. That will be a nice option if you want to play with your skills as well. For pistol, quick step pistol for movement speed, simply as that, easy as that. For the gear itself I'm using a Gilligard name and mask, which will give me 2 mod slots, And everywhere we're gonna use protection from elite mods, and in this build we have freaking 62% protection from elites. But on the flip side, on heroic difficulty, I would recommend you to replace those mods and use crit damage mods. You don't need that resistance. This resistance is really handy on master difficulty and legendary runs, and maybe even at incursion. You are fighting a lot of elites, and that's really handy there. For heroic missions, nah, switch for crit damage mod. Crit chance is not a problem in this build. We have really good stats actually in this setup. For chest piece, I am using Vanguard talent. Vanguard will give me immune shield and armor to my teammates when I will use shield. For holster, I'm using new named holster, which will increase my rate of fire. That's kinda crazy. Named holster by itself will give me 10% increased rate of fire, which will help me to stack St. Elmos a little bit quicker. For backpack, I'm using galvanized talent on my Fenris backpack, which will add 10% assault rifle damage. For gloves, I'm using Overdog gloves. Those will add additional damage system. We're gonna amplify our damage quite a bit. Like I said, in terms of my numbers, crit chance is not a problem, crit damage is nice, and you can always turn or trade those protection from elite mods into crit damage, and you will reach almost like 170, not 17, but 70% crit damage on this set. For heroic difficulty, that's game over. And for the knee pads, I'm using improvised piece, which will give me additional mod slot. If you want more damage, technically you could go with second piece from new gear set. New gear set would add you as 2-piece branded bonus additional 20% assault rifle damage. So also nice option. Like I said, you can use improvised piece if you want more protection from elites, or go with more weapon damage and add 20% assault rifle damage to your setup. So you have a couple choices that could make your build pretty much unstoppable. For the skills, I'm using Banshee pulls, but it can be freely replaced with Decoy, Revive a Hive if you feel so. And obviously I'm playing without Companion. I truly believe that Companion sucks and you don't need help of them. Also, you could use Turmoil, Cheshka knee pads, but in this build I feel you are better without those knee pads. Bye!